Hi everyone, it's Aska here. In this video, I'll be discussing 5 common mistakes when using stampers that can lead to issues. If you have a nail stamper but find it challenging to use, or if you're having difficulties with gel applications, one of these mistakes might be the cause. I used to struggle with stampers too, but thanks to a method shared by viewers, I became able to transfer design successfully. So I encourage everyone to give it a go. At the end of the video, I'll also share 2 secret techniques for when things just won't work out, so be sure to watch until the end. Let's start with the first one. So, you decide to buy a stamper, take it out of the bag, apply gel to the plate, slide the scraper, transfer to the stamper, but it didn't stick. Why? Well, this is actually a common mistake. You forgot the first thing to do after taking out of the bag. That's right, to peel off the protective sheet on the surface. Take a closer look at the back of the package. It says peel off the protective sheet before use. This stamper is particular. Comes with a transparent vinyl sheet that's not easy to see. It comes as a blue sheet sometimes, so always peel off protective sheet before using. If you don't remove this protective sheet, the gel won't get into the pattern, so be sure to peel it off before use. Next, let's talk about the second common mistake. You've removed the protective sheet, apply the gel, slit the scraper, transfer to the stamper. This time, you thought the gel had adhered properly, but wait, the lines seem thinner than the plate pattern. Yes, this is because the stamper is repelling the gel. Especially when using a new stamper, there might be something like an oily substance on the stamper's surface, preventing it from picking up gel properly and causing it to repel. So, the first time you use it, wash only the soft part of the stamper with dish soap, wipe off any moisture, and then you are ready to start using it. If you wash it with dish soap before transferring, as you can see, it turns out beautifully. Moving on to the third mistake. Alright, now that you've successfully transferred to the stamper, you are wanting to apply it to the nail. Wait, what? The color is pale. You pressed it onto the nail, but gel remains on the stamper. Yes, this is a common mistake when stamping gel. For gel, it's important to pre-harden before transferring, otherwise the gel will stick to the plate. After transferring to the stamper, expose it to the light for 2 to 3 seconds to partially harden the gel on the stamper. By doing this, you can achieve a beautiful transfer onto the nail. The pre-hardened gel has overflowed, so use a wood stick to remove any excess. Additionally, for any gel remains on the stamper, press sticky tape against it to remove as well. The difference between the case with and without temporary hardening is shown here. The line is darker and clear with provisional hardening. Next, let's talk about the fourth mistake. You've gotten used to using the stamper, so you want to try it with your favorite color now. You paint gel on the plate, slide a scraper, transfer to the stamper. Oh, I can't see it. The gel is there, so why? Well, this is because you choose the wrong color to use. When using a stamper for transfer, avoid using sheer semi-transparent colors like those used earlier, as they become invisible. Instead, opt for a dark, distinctly matte color like this one here. Using a dark matte color creates distinct patterns. Finally, let's talk about the fifth mistake. When transferring to the stamper or onto the nail, Do you notice the pattern bending or twisting? This happens because you are applying too much pressure on the stamper. When transferring, move the stamper with a light touch, rolling it gently without applying too much pressure. I also have a habit of applying too much pressure when holding a pencil, and at first I couldn't get it right because I was putting too much pressure on the stamper too. If you are like me and you tend to grip too tightly, you might be applying too much force when transferring. Try to hold and transfer softly instead. Also, using a stamper like this where you can't see the nail you are transferring to can be more challenging. It's easier to use a clear stamper like this one, which allows you to see the nail, making it easier to observe and reducing the chance of the patterns misaligning. We've covered 5 mistakes so far, but now let me share some tricks for when things just don't seem to work. Firstly, if the stamper isn't picking up the gel well, I've noticed that it is because gel seems to be repelled easily because it works quite well with regular nail polish. If that happens, press a melamine sponge onto the stamper multiple times to create a cloudy surface. Then go ahead and try the transfer. This method has a high success rate, but be aware that doing this can make the stamper look cloudy and it's harder to see, so please be mindful of that. The stamper gets cloudy and the surface looks like it has a matte coat, making it easier to pick up the gel just like this. Here's another trick for situations where you're having trouble transferring onto the nail and it ends up getting distorted. This is a last result. After transferring to the stamper, cure it completely under the light once. Then, apply a thin layer of top coat on top to create a gel sheet. By doing this, you can avoid the need to transfer directly onto the nail and position the sheet where you want it before curing. When curing, pressing down the stamper ensures that it adheres evenly. What did you think of these 5 common mistakes when it comes to using the stamper? Using a stamper lets you to achieve professional level patterns in a matter of seconds, so it's a must-try technique. Once you get the hang of transferring with the stamper, you'll be able to enjoy exploring a variety of nail art designs. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful to you, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Bye.